Used to work at a summer camp where we would have kids from every demographic and socio-economic group, kids on scholarship who barely made it all the way to the super rich. All in all, the kids were good with a few exceptions, one of which I will call John. Now John was about 13 when I worked with him and clearly had some emotional issues that were not being addressed by his super wealthy parents, who instead would ship him off to summer camps all over the country. Being that he was a teen, he went into our teen camp, which was more autonomous but still relatively structured. To get to the campsite you had to cross a bridge that was over a narrow but very deep creek. Relevance will come up. One day as I am sitting in my office, I get a text from a counselor at the teen camp who told me to get over there as soon as possible, so naturally I get up and sprint there. I show up and John is sitting at a picnic table with 3 other kids and 2 very upset looking counselors. As I approach, John starts yelling that whatever they say is a lie and they hate him. I pull the lead counselor aside and he tells me that they caught John throwing a brick from the campsite on Duck and her chicks as they were peacefully swimming down the creek. Unfortunately, John hit the mother but didn't end her, so now there was this poor duck thrashing around in front of her chicks on the shore of the creek. All of this was about 40 feet from another cabin group of young girls. We called an animal rehab specialist who came out and safely got all the chicks, but the mother died shortly afterwards. He also punished a poor little girl and broke her glasses. Needless to say, the head camp director is pissed and wants him to leave immediately. We had a behavioral provision in the camp rules that said if children became too hard to work with they would be sent home. Called his parents, who did not seem alarmed with the behavior and said they were leaving for a cruise the next day. Camp director reminds them of the provision and how their son was no longer welcome in camp. Again, parents don't seem alarmed and finally send a friend to get the kid. I saw on Facebook that John is currently studying medicine, which scares the absolute life out of me. When was someone's assumption about you terribly wrong?